going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the one and only Run Boys Fantasy Network. We are on the clock right now. We're about to be on the clock here in 2 picks. We're just 2 rounds through. I am going to get the draft board up for you, but right now, picking from my phone, we are off to a great start, which we are going to cover for you in just a moment. We're up at 2 picks. We need to see what's going to happen. It is Bestball Mania. I am a Underdog employee, so I am competing in the Bandit Bowl Mania, but it's still the exact same structure that you guys are playing, except our prizes are different. We're competing for $1,000 pot as employees. You guys get to compete for that coveted $1.5 million. So make sure you guys get out there and draft your lineups on Underdog Fantasy, available on iOS and Android. Also, I do have DoorDash being dropped off because I didn't think that this draft was gonna kick off quite so fast. Alrighty, so we are up. We do need a running back. 30 seconds to pick, so we're just gonna lock this in right away. We're just gonna go with King Henry, but we are off to a good start. Correlation still is something that is going to be in our favor. We are picking from the 5 hole with Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, and Derrick Henry already on our lineup. Okay. So good stuff going so far there. I'm just going to get logged in to my Underdog account via desktop. Just give me 1 second. Got to log in. And it's been a minute since I've gotten to do a live draft for you guys. So happy that I'm able to go live for you this afternoon and be able to get this done. Like, it was like super rapid. It was like, we're going to do a draft now. And I was like, oh shit. All righty. Boom. Let's go into drafts. Active. Bow. All righty. Here we go. I should be able to present screen to you guys now. All righty. So 11 picks away here. I need to get another tab open here, because on this other screen, we're going to be looking at none other than week 17. We're going to be looking at week 17 correlation. We know that at some point we are going to maybe have to just scroll the F down in regards to our quarterbacks. We know that we want to lock into a we actually okay, let me rewind. Let me rewind there. Because our team so far with Justin Jefferson, we know that we're going to want Travis Kelce's going to be right there for the taking for us. We know that we're gonna need a tight end, and I mean, if we can get the pedigree tight end out the way, I don't think that Kelce will be there for us. I mean, and it's fine. We can always diversify the portfolio with a little bit of Trey McBride if need be. We also can just keep loading up at receiver here if we really feel the need to. How's everybody doing though? How's everybody doing out there? And then kind of after this round is when I'll begin, kind of thinking about week 17 correlation and things of that nature, so on and so forth. All right, we're up in 2 picks. Ah! what are we going to do here? We have two really strong receivers. We could get us a damn good tight end here. Oh, shit. Give me Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown. Heimerschmidt. Okay, so this is probably where I reach a little bit. This next round, I'm fucking reaching. Cue up CJ Stroud, baby. Probably could have went tight end there, but we'll punt tight end. We'll punt tight end. Worst case scenario, we end up with the super stack of CJ Stroud, Schultz, Nico Collins. You know, Nico Collins, our second receiver. You know, hey, we're up in 6 picks. Stroud should be there for us. You know, Stroud should be there for us. Leafs, what's good? Shine bright like a diamond. I know we're all excited for UFC this weekend. 302. Oh my fuck. We're up at 5 picks. We got this. We got this. I'm not sacrificing the quarterback for the correlation. I mean, we have Henry. We're good there. So, you know, we got Henry. We'll have Nico and CJ, you know, here. Hopefully coming up in about four-ish picks. Yeah, I mean, with Pickens, Pacheco, Kincaid, I would have loved to be able to grab Andrews. Like, I probably should have grabbed Andrews at tight end, then grabbed CJ. Then I would have just locked in fucking, you know, week 17 correlation between Texans, Ravens. Like, that would have honestly made this lineup astounding. I did not need to go Josh Jacobs with that last pick. But we need the running backs. I like having the studs in Jacobs and Henry, who in their respective offenses are going to definitely be getting those goal line touches. And in best ball, we love touchdowns. We love that volume. Those guys will be getting those touches in their respective offenses. Please do not snipe me. Do not snipe. One pick away. One pick away. Oh, all right. We lock in CJ. 14 picks. Mark Andrews is not going to be there in 14 picks. And I am not buying in on the likely kind of hype train. One of the things that we need to go back to getting receivers. We need to go back to fucking getting receivers. We need to go back to getting receivers. I don't want to go heavy on Green Bay. If Worthy is there, I'm down. If Coleman is there, I'm definitely down for that. I'm definitely down if Coleman's there. I'm just gonna add Coleman into the queue. The ball has to go somewhere in Buffalo. Buffalo is going to be a passing offense. Like, let's just fucking face it, guys. Like, let's really just face it. I don't know how worth it Worthy's going to be. I mean, just because we don't know exactly what's going to happen with Rice yet. I mean, are they just going to kind of not care in regards to Rice? I'm not too worried about stacking with rushing to stack with Jefferson. Vikings play Green Bay week 17. We'll be able to have that correlation error again. It just so happens that correlation is with the running backs. Samir White there, going to be there for the taking for us. I also don't mind George Kittle. I don't mind going Kittle, knowing that we'll be up in about another 8 picks, then going Coleman. Like I'm okay with going Kittle. I'm okay with going Kittle, Coleman, and then running Purdy as a third QB, like as a second QB. Luckily, this is an admin contest, so I doubt that any of my coworkers are watching me right now. What do we want, chat? We're up in 2 picks. Do we want Kittle or do we want Keon Coleman here? We do not have a tight end yet. We can hold off on the triple stack and go Dalton Schultz because we got a whole lot of Houston going on here with already having Nico Collins and CJ Stroud. Nico Collins being our wide receiver 2. We have Justin Jefferson as wide receiver 1, so we know that we are going to get JJ later on. Edward, who's my teammate with the Discord team. Oh my gosh, he left Kittle there for me. Fuck. And we need a tight end. You know what? Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, I could have gone Ingram. And they have to play the Titans week 17. That's an easy matchup for them, and I don't even have to worry about correlating because the Titans are going to be so freaking dead in the dirt. Seven picks away. I would have been fine with even going Jake Ferguson. I didn't have to do that. I did not have to do that. All right, we do need a fucking receiver now. Like we do need a receiver. We have 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. We're running a pretty balanced lineup so far. 3 picks. Just go Addison. Just go Addison here. Like, I know it was so hard to not pass up on Kittle right there. I mean, we're getting him pretty much right at ADP. 2 picks. Oh my gosh, we could still end up with Keon Coleman. We can still end up with Keon Coleman, chat. Pirates, we can still end up with Keon Coleman. Seven. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. You're not gonna go Keon. 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 Oh, it's me. Oh, perfect. We ended up with Keon Coleman, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah, man, up a bit. Hell yeah. Let's go. We're just gonna kind of keep alternating like that. I'm liking kind of this pace. Receiver, running back. You know, we could go Godwin here. Like, cause see, and you know what? Here's actually what I'm gonna do. I am gonna queue up Purdy. I'm gonna just have my quarterbacks in queue already. I'm already gonna have them in queue. Boom. Boom. Thank you. Just set it on the table for me. All right, so now we can really start focusing here. We know that we have our quarterbacks in queue. These are going to be the QBs that we're going to run with. We're going to run with CJ Stroud. We're going to run with Brock Purdy. We're going to run with JJ McCarthy. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing for quarterbacks. Those guys are so scroll the F down that like we don't have to worry about reaching. What? 107? Brock Purdy's 107. we'll snatch up Purdy probably next round. I feel like going Zamir White here. I really, really feel like going Zamir White here. If he's there, if Zamir is there in 8 picks, you kind of have to do it. Don't want anything to do with Christian Watson. I know that for damn sure. Ramadre could possibly be really be a guy. Ah, fuck. All right. Zamir gone. Zach Moss in Cincinnati. I mean, he's gonna be RB1 there. I mean, are we right in assuming that? Could like Jonathan Brooks be like the second coming of like D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? Keon Coleman, so much aura, so much aura. We're gonna break down my previous drafts as well on this stream once we get through this. Okay, we're up in 2 picks. We could go DeAndre Swift. I like going Zach Moss maybe just a little bit more than DeAndre Swift. I mean, in Cincinnati's going to find themselves in playoff matchups, and I want that. How good is? Oh well, DeAndre Swift is gone now. So I am just going. I can go James Conner. I'm gonna go Zach Moss. I'm gonna go Zach Moss. Yeah, we'll go Zach Moss here. It's not sexy. I mean, you know, by any means, but oh fuck, I could have gone Ryan Robinson a little bit later. That was fucking dumb. It's all cute until you scroll the F down and then you see like you know that there was still value there. Oh my gosh. Give me Romeo Dobbs. Up in 7 picks. All right, and then the next round is where we'll go and get Purdy. It's okay. I mean, we went with Zach Moss. He's probably likely to be the projected, you know, one out of there. I feel like Romeo Dobbs is just so much like that's who you want. You want Dobbs. You want Reed. You want Dontavian Wicks. Like, I don't think that anyone wants Christian Watson, really. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's still Christian Watson truthers out there. I don't see them. Jameson Williams ADP to me is just way too fucking high. Yeah, glad you took Jameson Williams. I do not want that problem. I'll take Mike Williams. I feel like Dobbs is the guy here. I feel like Dobbs is the guy here for us here in 2 picks. That's the receiver that we want. Yeah, we want Dobbs. We want Dobbs. Mike Williams can get the work if he doesn't get hurt tying his shoe, right? JMO ADP is high because they have no wide receiver 2 in Detroit. Josh Reynolds left. I know, but to me, it's just a little too rich for my liking. So we have some interesting combinations that we can we can work with that we're going to be able to work with. I mean, we're not going to be able to get Jordan Love, but I mean, Jordan Love could have been a QB. We still can. We still can go with. I don't think that Javonte keeps the job. I think that Estimate outworks Javonte at some point. We can scroll the F down, go Purdy and 11 picks. Turn around, hopefully be able to go Brian Robinson. Because like I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. Go Purdy. At least I have him stacked with Kittle because I don't feel like it's going to be wise for us to run Kittle out there naked. Our correlation really relies so far. Let's see. It relies in Ravens, Texans so far with the way that we're kind of building this out so far. Let's see here. And then also within Vikings, Packers. So that's really where our correlation is. Maybe if we get lucky, when we, when we reach for Purdy here, we can also get some Detroit, but I'm not banking on it. And I'm not gonna push for it. If it's gonna be one of those things that if it happens, it happens. We're up in 6. We're up in 6, but luckily we know what we're gonna do here. We're up in 4. This is where it gets rough. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Free picks. Leave them there. Come on, leave them there for us. Come on. Shit, he doesn't have a quarterback yet. Oh my gosh. Woo! Woo! Went Bowers. Went Bowers. That was definitely a queue up move. The Snowman, what's good? What's good? Oh my gosh. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Edward. Don't you do it, buddy. Come on. Don't you do it. God damn it. All righty. So now, oh my, how the tables have turned. Oh gosh, that happened. Okay. 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 Um, fuck. Where did Tua go? No, fuck. We just auto picked. Okay, all good. At least we got our stacks. We got our stacks. We got our stacks. It's okay. It's okay. Panic scroll. I couldn't get the Tua quick enough. I wanted to grab Tua for us. It's okay. We can fix this. Everything's going to be fine. We're up in 7 picks. As often as possible. We are definitely live every single Friday night, 7 p.m. or we are live Friday nights every single night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. This is just a impromptu draft stream that we just went in and got moving real quick. Okay. All right. So hey, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We're still gonna get we're still gonna accomplish our triple stacks. Okay. We're still gonna do that. I'm just gonna be prepared for these. We're up in 2 picks. I know I'm gonna need a running back. All right. I feel pretty prepared here. We're up in 2 picks. We need an RB. Final passing on receiver for a hot minute. Okay, give me Brian Robinson, which was the move that I was which was one of the moves I was debating on anyways prior to. I'm literally like DMing my coworker right now. One second. Do, 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 do. Let him know. Like, yo, you took Purdy. Like, damn it. It's okay. I'll start taking late round flyers on receivers. I like the top 4 that we got. We'll lock. We're not going to be able to lock in both Schultz and Hawkinson. And I feel like I probably lock in Hawkinson maybe over Schultz. I know week 17 is very important, but it doesn't feel good when reaching or forcing it. No, it doesn't feel good when reaching or forcing it. Luckily for us, a lot of the way that ours has worked out, it's worked out for us. We haven't had to force it. And we've only been sniped once. We've only been damn. Never mind, we've been sniped twice. Hawkinson gone. Hey, by the new hire at Underdog, man. He said he's a Vikings fan. Way to go get your guy. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna lock in Schultz if he's available there in 6 picks. If we don't lock up having a triple stack, I'm not concerned. It's not typically my style, anyways. It's not something I do a whole lot. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I like our running back core too. I like our running back core. Robinson, Henry, Jacobs. Damn, Dalton Schultz gone. Well, all righty then. Welcome to the Snipe Fest. All right, so I know I'm going to need a third quarterback because I like having 3 quarterbacks in best ball. I'm actually very big on that. So I am going to secure a little Kirko here. Since I was not able to grab Purdy. I don't mind securing Stafford, actually. I might like Stafford a little bit over Kirko. I know everything was smooth, and then I'm actually gonna go Stafford over Kirko. I'm gonna go Stafford over Kirko. Where are you at, buddy? There we go. Sorry, Kirko. Sorry, buds. Just like Stafford, just maybe a little bit more in that scenario. All right, so now we're up at 7. We're gonna go back to getting a receiver. At this point, it feels like I'm going to punt tight end for a good portion of this draft. Cole Kmet. I could go Cole Kmet. The receiver. I could take a chance on Gabe Davis. I don't mind taking a chance on Gabe Davis. I love Xavier Legette, even though he's dealing with a hamstring right now, but it's a hamstring this early on. He'll be fine. Gabe Davis, could you give me some boomer bust plays? Like, would you be worth the grab for some boomer bust? That Cincinnati offense is just so tempting. Just because you know that they're going to put up points, so I don't mind grabbing Burton. Luke. Should I grab Luke McCaffrey as like a late flyer? Just for my Washington Commanderisms. Couldn't hurt. We're up in 2 picks. I might just fucking take Gabe Davis. Like it could get a lot worse than Gabe Davis as your 5th receiver. Like it can get worse. We're definitely not grabbing. My gosh. Gabe Davis and Josh Downs. Give me Xavier Legette, bro. And let me just hope that like I'm just drafting the next rookie of the year. Gabe Davis for his 5 boom games per year, right? Damn, we're up in 14 picks. We got 5 receivers. We got our 3 QBs, so we're good on QBs. We're not picking any more QBs. I like where we're at with running backs. Let's see here. We need to start getting tight ends. We for sure need to start getting tight ends. Sanat, I really like. I highly doubt that Freiermuth is going to be there for us, guys. I'm gonna keep that real. Really enjoy K-Dot, and Luke Musgrave was good down the stretch. I don't mind Luke Musgrave down the stretch. I just feel like it would have been better if we were more bought in. Well, never mind. No, because we have a lot going on in that matchup. In that Green Bay matchup, it feels like between having JJ, Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, our first pick, It'd be dope if Mooney had a sneaky good season. Would have been sick. Would have been sick to kind of load up the way that we would have I would have really liked this team. We'll see how it all shakes out and breaks down when this ends. I would have really loved it with, Stroud, Purdy, and JJ as our quarterbacks. And then kind of have the correlation and have the receiving cores kind of focus around them as a whole. Or maybe if it was Stroud, Love, JJ, you know, yo, Robbie escaped the Excel sheets. Yeah, hey, work has been working, you boy. Okay, so like I said, Fryermuth wasn't gonna be there for us. I don't mind us going Luke Musgrave, especially because we don't exactly know what Ben Sinnot's gonna be. We don't know for sure 100% what Sinnot can be. It'd be different, I feel like, if we kind of knew, like if we knew. I feel like that the jury is still kind of out in regards to Sinnot, and rightfully so. With us already having Romeo Dobbs and the whole Minnesota Week 17 thing, I don't mind going Luke Musgrave, who we know that they utilize those two tight end sets more times than not in Green Bay, and we know that is useful for them. I like going Musgrave here just because we're in a way knowing what we're getting, and then we're kind of sticking to the correlation. We're not forcing it. I would love to have Sinnot, but we already have Brian Robinson. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with the decision. With the decision there. Percentage wise, how I'm so sorry. Percentage. Damn, it's been a long day. Percentage wise, how much zero RB are you doing? 100 LOL this year. I'll have a few. I haven't exactly quite put a number on it. But I have a few that I've been getting down and dirty with some zero RB. Like we'll go over all of my lineups. This will be number 5. Out of all my lineups, this will be number 2 post schedule release. So we'll kind of start going. We'll go over all my lineups, kind of look at where my head was at the beginning of best ball summer, and then kind of where we're at right now. Just with my 5 drafts in. I remember I work for Underdog, so I mean my drafts are probably going to be maybe a little bit different. Can be a little bit different at times. Do I want Malachi Corley or Tez Walker? I feel like I want Tez Walker. It sounds crazy because I was not high on Tez at all, but like Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, ball still has to go somewhere. I kind of don't mind going Tez here. I kind of don't mind going Tez here. Maybe there's just too heavy of a focus on correlation at this point. And I have become obsessive compulsive, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I am completely okay with overloading on correlation this draft. I think that this draft I forced it a little bit more than I usually would. Um, I just want to get it all out. I'll get it out my system. I know Tez over Corley was a little bit criminal, and I did want Luke McCaffrey there, just to be able to say I have Luke McCaffrey, like as a Commanders fan. Um, it is what it is. Sue me. Man, I've been wondering since everyone is doing it, is there an edge in switching up? I feel like with a tournament like this, max entries, you should be trying a little bit of everything. You should have a little bit of diversification um, in your portfolios, in what you're in kind of what you're drafting. So, I mean, for me personally, I'm always going to come into a draft with a different strategy. If I'm streaming a draft, you guys are going to see me do different things. Whatever you saw me do this time may not be what you see me do next time, because I may be trying to show you guys something different or try something different just for myself personally. So yeah. Who starts in Chargers backfield? I know a lot of people that are high on it being Vidal. I know some people are like, it's going to be Corum. It's a very interesting question, in all honesty. We got 2 tight ends. I usually like to have around about 7 receivers. This one may be like the first time I'm a little thin. Gus only going to get TDs. JK, Gus, Fidel can get value on whoever it is right now. Yeah. You really, really, really can. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to go with the running back right now. If I do it, I could see myself very easily going Bucky Irving. I could very easily see myself going Bucky Irving, because from what I'm hearing in Tampa, they're still not sold on Rachaad White. Like they're not 100% in on that situation. JK is gone, so I see myself possibly going Bucky. If I do want to go running back here, we could use a tight end. We could really use a tight end, actually. I don't like that we're going to rely on just 2. So maybe here we go ahead, we grab a tight end. Would it be Cox that I would snatch up here? I don't feel like it'd be Cox that I'd snatch up here. Yo, Gesicki in that Cincinnati offense is scary. I think Bucky started by week 6. White was statistically one of the worst running backs. Actually running, way more talented than White. I think so too. We're up in 1 pick. We could say punt, tight end. Bucky's gone, so we're not going to be able to get him. Bucky's gone. I'm down to take a flyer on Audric Estime and grabbing Sanders in Carolina. I like that call. I really, really like that call. I'll pull the trigger. I'll do it. Everyone's like, the hype was all on Brock Bowers, and I was like, no, everyone didn't pay attention to Sanders in his film, and then Sanders just so happened to have the landing spot that made him the tight end 1 in that offense. Bryce didn't have a tight end last year, and probably there was plenty of times if you go back watch film to where having a reliable tight end could have really bailed him out of a lot of situations. No, I fucking love that pick. I love that. I'm glad that we did that. All right, we got 2 picks left. We're gonna go receiver and running back with these last 2. We're up in 5. I still have no Javon Baker. As high on Javon Baker as I am, I have not a single share. I know I'm taking Audric Estime. Like there's it's I'm queuing that the fuck up right now. And I'll yeah, I'm queuing that up. And I'll just take like Brennan Rice or some shit at receiver. Like I'm taking Audric Estime. Because Javonte Williams is not keeping that job. I am telling you now, Javonte is not keeping that job. Listen, in regards to Estime, 68% of the time face a loaded box situation. Was averaging like 6.8 yards per carry. Oh, wait, we're on the clock. Boom. We got Estime, our millions and millions of shares of Estime. I don't mind Tyler Boyd as the last pick. I don't think that they're fully sold on Jalil, and that's the problem because like I feel like they should have just given Jalil the job last year, and they didn't. Like I was a big Javonte guy, but that injury fucked him up. Yeah, it did. It did. We could even go DJ Shark, like, and I don't mind that. I don't mind going DJ Shark. Like the ball has to go somewhere. At some point, the Chargers have to throw the ball. Neighbors will get Hyatt easy one-on-one. Don't mind that. I don't mind taking the flyer on Hyatt. Because Darius Slayton for damn sure ain't it. Jalen Millen is kicking Godwin to play in the slot. You think so? Oh, how the mighty have fallen with Elijah Moore. I feel like I trust Tyler Boyd a lot more. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I do trust Tyler Boyd a whole hell of a lot more. But I understand what you guys are making a great case for Hyatt. You guys are making a damn good case for Hyatt. Here's what I'll do. Damn sure not picking up Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I don't want A.T. Perry quite yet. I like the Aints just don't yeah. I have 0 shares of Odell. No, I don't think I think I may have one. Q started shit. We're up in 3 picks. 3 QB, 3 tight end. We're going to 7 receiver, 5 running back build. I liked it. This is literally my favorite build. Like you'll see this more times than not, in all honesty. Do I have proof of success rate or anything like that in comparison to only running 2 QBs? I like just having a bunch of odds. I like having the odds forever in my favor. I feel like I kind of get a balance. I can help kind of defeat injuries and such a little bit better. Weigh out the pros, the cons. All right, we're on the clock. Do we want Hyatt? Do we want Boyd? We'll go Hyatt. We'll go Hyatt. We'll go Hyatt. What the fuck? There we go. All righty. Good draft. Good draft. Not, you know, not too crazy. Shake it off. Shake it off. Fuck. Felt good. That felt good. We got. I like the correlation of Green Bay, Minnesota. I like the correlation of Ravens. A little bit of Ravens, Houston that we got popping off there. We'll see how this team how this team shapes out. You know. We'll see how this team shapes out. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get it pulled up here for you guys. As soon as it ends here in the next 15 seconds. That honestly worked out a whole hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to. Alrighty. So let's first start by taking a look at exposure. Okay. We'll start with the QBs. My goal is at least have at least a share of every single QB. Like straight up, don't matter, don't care. I want at least a share of every QB. Here, let me just refresh, make sure I got this accurate and fully loaded for you. Okay, boom. Now we can take a look at the QBs. All right, so got about 40% of Goff, Mayfield, and Stroud. So those are my top three throughout 5 teams. Those are my top 3 most drafted QBs. Followed behind Burrow, Kirko, Stafford, Purdy, J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, and Kyler Murray and Geno Smith. So, you know, just about, you know, got a little bit of exposure to you know, every team throughout the league, throughout the NFL. I feel like with the NFL, you never know what's going to happen. You kind of want to have a couple of different combinations set up. Just having the QBs and then stacking them from there, you know, kind of sort of type of deal when you go back and look at your exposure really kind of helps. Taking a look here at the running backs, 60% Brian Robinson and Audric Estime. I really need to calm that the fuck down. And that will. I have 60 total entries. We'll have 55 total entries left for the whole summer. So obviously between now and September, when entries close all the way up till kickoff, that'll balance out. I'm not too worried about that over the course of 5 teams. So a lot of Brian Robinson, a lot of Audric Estime. It also tells me that these are guys that I'm getting value on as well. Derrick Henry, I've been grabbing him a lot lately. Antonio Gibson, Tajay Spears. For some reason, you know, I don't know how. Yeah. Zamir White. I feel like I want to get more Zamir White, and I want to get more Bucky Irving. Kyron Williams, Zach Moss, Chan, Rasheen Ali, Josh Jacobs. I definitely need a lot more of. Christian McCaffrey. It's really hard to get Christian McCaffrey exposure just because you have to be pretty much damn near drafting from the 101 every single fucking time. ETN, Aaron Jones, James Cook, Dylan. So these are kind of the backs that I've been high on so far. interested to see how this 20%, or more importantly, how this 40% begins to shape out. I'm starting to see myself shy away from Gibson, so I expect this number to drop. Receivers. I am way too high on Xavier Legette. For a rookie that we have not seen yet, 60% across 5 teams, I'm just going to have to start talking myself out of it. That's being completely honest. I'm going to have to start talking myself out of it. A lot of what you're going to see here with rookie names, that's going to be because of pre-schedule release. I was kind of in that dynasty mode, whatever kind of thought process. Bro loves that body. My gosh. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I have 60% of Amon. If Amon's available, I'm going to draft him. If he's available, I'm gonna draft him. Tez Walker, I've just been getting good value on him. Obviously, that last one that we just drafted, I've reached, but typically I've just been getting good exposure. I've just been getting a good ADP on him. Keon Coleman. Look, I feel like his ADP is probably only going to go up, and it's only going to keep going up. The ball has to go somewhere in Buffalo. I get they're not having a pedigree receiver right now, but he's likely to get force-fed. Malachi Corley, clearly I'm high on. Mike Williams, clearly I'm high on. Something is going on with this Jets team. I don't know if it's maybe like a hangover from last year with the hype that they had. I don't want to say that I should completely fade the Jets just because we don't know what they're going to be underneath Aaron Rodgers. We don't know if they can still live up to the hype of last year, but it also can't get any worse. I'm kind of moderate on this team as a whole from a fantasy football outlook. Nico, I need to get more Nico. I feel like today was like the first time I was able to grab Nico, and I saw him there. Saw that it was capable, saw that it was a thing, knew that I had a whole lot of exposure to him, needed to grab that. Michael Pittman, I feel like I need to get more Michael Pittman. I need to get more Michael Pittman. I need to also be able to pair that with some Anthony Richardson, and then also be able to correlate that come week 17 whenever they go to face the Giants. The thing is that I'm not too high on that Giants matchup, and maybe kind of to where what Snowman was saying earlier, maybe where I make that my core strategy of going after Colts, not core strategy, but a piece of my core strategy to go after the Colts. Maybe that's a game where it's like, look, the Giants probably aren't going to be good. I don't need to worry about week 17 correlation here. I can just have these guys and know that they're going to go off and know that they're going to get me points. But what I do worry about that is maybe a situation of Richardson and Pittman maybe not having to fully play the full game week 17. And that can obviously also be counterproductive to your fantasy playoffs in a big field tournament, but you also can't think about that. Risk it to get the biscuit, baby. Zay Flowers, I need a lot more Zay Flowers. Chris Godwin just has been there. Olave, London, Samuel. I don't know how the fuck I ended up with Curtis Samuel. I think it just happened. Rice, Dotson, we're hoping for a bounce back. Cowing, late round flyer that just so happened to end up with. We have the one share of Justin Jefferson that we got today. If only we were able to get that with Justin Jefferson, Hawkinson, and JJ. I just think that in a best ball fantasy wonderland, that is the perfect triple stack, along with a Stroud, Nico, Schultz, or a Stroud, Diggs, Schultz. I think there's a couple offenses out there to where the triple stack is going to be super equitable for you and is easy to accomplish. Kind of what we did with Stroud, Schultz, Nico today. Gabe Davis, they brought him in for a reason. Jalen Hyatt, Stephon Diggs. I feel like I had a little bit more Stephon Diggs. Tyler Boyd, Higgins, Rice, McConkey, Robinson, Dobbs, Worthy, Moore. Could probably use getting a little bit of DJ Moore, but I think that's also with me only having a little bit of Caleb Williams, and you're going to notice that when we get into talking about the individual rosters themselves. We're going to go through them chronologically. And then getting into the tight ends, the tight end list is short, simple, and sweet. I have so much Mark Andrews. I have so much Mark Andrews. It's not even funny. If Mark Andrews is going to keep falling to me in drafts, I'm going to keep pulling the trigger. Like, I'm going to keep doing it. And especially in early drafts, it was happening repetitively. Like, I couldn't escape it. Like, my first 3 drafts, I want to say, it was just like, I just kept like wondering, like, how the fuck does this keep happening? But obviously we didn't have schedule releases, we didn't have rookie landing spots. So I mean, a lot of those things, kind of affected a little bit. Jatavian Sanders, clearly I'm high on. Chig, I've always been high on Chig. I'm a Chig fanboy. Tennessee, please get him involved. Like I'm for some reason I want Chig to be the next like the second coming of Delaney Walker, and it's just not happening yet. It's just not happening yet. You feeling Diggs over there? I'm 50-50, 50-50, 50-50. I'm hoping that his attitude doesn't mess things up for that young Houston team. And then when we get into the 20%, Kittle, Kraft, Musgrave, I keep doing this with the Green Bay tight ends just because Jordan Love's going to keep feeding them, and I feel like I need to start pairing these guys with Jordan Love, especially when we look at the receivers. When I'm ending up with Dobbs or Wicks, and those are guys that Wicks I need a little bit more of, especially because I'm a huge Dontayvion Wicks fan. But the more and more that I start drafting more Packers, I want to start pairing these guys up, in future rosters with Jordan Love, because again, that's an equitable triple stack as well. Gesicki, Sanat. I'm going to end up grabbing Sanat shares, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, but I want to see. There's a lot of hype around the kid, and I am buying into the hype. I did it this draft because we went with Sanders, which resulted in us getting this 40% here. Schultz, I could see myself getting a whole hell of a lot more Dalton Schultz. I could see myself getting a full ton more of Dalton Schultz. And then Brock Bowers. So that's how that's how the exposure breaks down. Let's look at some drafts. Let's look at our drafts here. Ertz is there, and Cole Turner is there, but I feel like Ertz is more so there as a locker room guy to teach Sanat and Turner. We could very well, for all we know, Sanat being the more talented tight end, but for all we know, it could be Turner when Ertz is gone next year that we're talking about for the third-year breakout. So, I mean, a lot can happen, especially with the way that Peters is building up that team. We're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the rosters kind of beginning to end from where we started and where we're at now. These two right here, 4 and 5. I'll rename this 5 later on once I get off of air. But 4 and 5, both respectively, were done after we got schedule releases. So we got schedule releases done. Shout out to the homie Gator. Shout out to the homie Gator. 4 and 5 we got done pre or post schedule release. That means 1, 2, and 3 that we're going to look at are all pre-schedule release. Number 2 was partially autoed because I had to be in a work meeting during that draft, during part of that draft. But it doesn't matter. It still helps us out in terms of, having entries, having exposure. So we're not going to complain about it. Here, obviously, we start off with, when we look at the quarterbacks, well, I guess we could kind of go by pick if we wanted to. Um, no, we'll just go by position. I like that better. It works better for me personally. With this one, Stroud, Purdy, Baker Mayfield being our QBs. Uh, Christian McCaffrey, there you know with Purdy. Hey, let's get some dump offs out the backfield. Aaron Jones, Estime, Antonio Gibson, Bucky Irving. In hindsight, I don't like this running back room as much. The only thing that's good is starter here, potential starter. Probably going to be the starter, running back by committee, eventual starter. Okay. It's pretty much what I'm hoping for with that running back room. This receiver room, obviously, I had rookie fever. Draft that just happened. We just got landing spots. Clearly, at this point, recency bias was a thing, and I was a victim of recency bias. And this is okay because you guys are probably like, well, you're an analyst. I am not above approach. I am not above holding myself accountable. I am not above criticism. This is why we're doing this. This is why we're going back and looking at these things because I'm sure a couple of you guys at home may or may not have lineups like this. Olave. This is definitely not a typical Robbie pick. Just kind of fumbling around. Boom. Olave gets selected. Kind of similar to what we experienced in the draft, where it's like, oh shit, like, kind of hard to scroll around. We end up going Diggs, Godwin, McConkey. I really like Ladd, and I think that Ladd could potentially be the one in LA, but it's just really hard to plant your flag on who necessarily is going to be the number one in LA. Maybe that's a great Run Boys After Dark conversation. Leggett, we're high on Leggett on this channel. It's just going to be a thing. Malachi Corley, I'm going to be grabbing Corley everywhere I could. Late round flyer, pretty much last pick of the draft was Jacob Cowing. And was like, oh, well, Ricky Pearsall is definitely going to be the guy. Okay, well, just in case that's where my head was at. Let me go ahead and grab Cowing. Olave is definitely going to have a good year because they're going to force feed him in. There's pretty much no other way to win football games that's not named Kamara or Olave. Let's see here. Mark Andrews, TJ Hawkinson, Mike Gesicki. Traditionally, if you guys know me, these are three tight ends that I'm super high on. I already told you guys with Mark Andrews, if he's going to fall to me, I'm going to take him. I'm high on that Cincinnati offense as a whole. Yes, it sucks. Burrow doesn't have maybe the greatest offensive line in front of him, but the guy plays ball and he gets the ball out to his players. And now he actually has probably one of the better tight ends than what he's had since Uzama was there. So I like it for Gesicki. He's my tight end 3, and then Hawkinson, come on. Tight end is a rookie's best friend. So that's what we're looking at with that one. This one here, we mix this one up. With this one, this one had a couple of autos, so I kind of came in with the quarterbacks, cleaned it up. It pretty much drafted all my receivers for me. So like that was pretty nice, to kind of come back to. It's like, hey, well, like at least you got me some flavor here, a couple guys that I like, and we'll further explain. Quarterbacks: Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Geno. If you're kind of punting QB, you're kind of waiting. This is a good way to do it. Having Cousins paired with Drake London, I feel like that just kind of speaks within itself. That's the way that I would prefer to run Kirko. But there is an argument that can be made for running Kirko decade. You don't necessarily have to stack Kirko. He is just that much better when stacked. Any quarterback for that matter is going to be better stacked up. Let's see. Derek Carr, new arms, yes. I don't know. It's only showing that you typed once, Snowman. So yeah, the wide receivers are a bit nutty, especially when you look at some of the guys that were picked, right? Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears, Audric Estime again. That is how much conviction I have in regards to the Denver backfield. A.J. Dillon. At this point in time, I was really thinking that it was going to be Tajay that was going to be the lead back. And then obviously like Pollard and et cetera, et cetera. I still think that Tajay could have a very, very significant role. So I'm willing to bank on him. I mean, Tajay had some good games whenever Henry wasn't in the fold heavily. These receivers, though, I kind of like actually. Amon, London, Flowers. How the hell this happened with Worthy and Rice, I don't know. But look, we got both KC receivers. May the best KC receiver win in regards to a best ball format. Curtis Samuel, you're just kind of grabbing a piece of a sexy offense at that time. Jets, Mike Williams. Hey, it is what it is. Brandon Rice. Kind of once you start getting around this range, it's just kind of start getting into the dart throws at receiver. Again, Mark Andrews, you're going to keep seeing him. Chig, you're probably going to keep seeing him. Those are guys that I am high on. And then obviously Sanders, again, another player that we're high on. And again, let's keep in mind that these were all pre-schedule release. This one did something a little bit different for QB setup here with this one. Again, this is me trying different things, trying new things. I had a lineup last year prior to being an Underdog employee when I got to compete on the side that a lot of you guys get to compete on, where I had a 4 QB roster. That 4 QB roster was one of the more successful rosters. So I was like, you know what? Let me fuck around and find out. So we played a game of that. We go Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young. Obviously, I'm relying on the Goff, Mayfield, Young, them having a little bit of experience, not so much Bryce Young, to be able to be the essential pieces of this. But if Williams comes out and it performs as a stud, like all the scouts and everything and yada, yada, yada are saying, the media, yada, 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 if he doesn't come out and perform as just another Bears quarterback, then, bro, I have 4 studs here. I can trust these guys. Not so much maybe Bryce Young, but the jury's still out. I think with him having the weapons that he has, Sanders, Leggett, more importantly, Brooks in the backfield, this team over the course of a couple of years, they're going to start getting together. I think we start seeing that put on showcase this year underneath Canellis. And Canellis is a guy that gets the best out of his guys. He's the quarterback whisperer. He did it with Geno, did it with Baker. Can he do it with Bryce? I think that we could be looking at a little bit of a Bryce Young resurrection. Dude, why they gave Pollard so much bread is a fucking mystery. But hey, Pollard, friend of the show, we love you. Let's get into these running backs. Let's get into these running backs. Achan, ETN, Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson. This looks like a Run Boys Robbie backfield. These are all guys that I'm high on. These are all guys that I'm fans of. That is pretty much to a fucking T. Like, the only thing that's missing is if it was Derrick Henry in there. That's a Run Boys backfield to a T with Achan, Etienne, and Robinson. If we were on a real football field, my running backs are coming at you with razor blades and lemon juice. Like, we're getting in between the tackles. Well, our first 2 are going to create space, and they're just going to hit you with speed. But then I'm going to have Robinson come in and really bang you up in between the tackles and really bang you up along that goal line. I really, really like this backfield. If I was playing Madden, I would love these backs. Receivers, I kind of like what I did here at receiver. This is kind of me coming out of, I think this is actually the last one I did before schedules had gotten released, actually. This is me kind of coming out of like the rookie fog. I'm kind of calming down my rookie hype, kind of calming down that dynasty recency bias. We pair Amon with Goff. We pair DJ with Caleb. Okay, see what's happening here. Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette, who we paired with Bryce Young, Malachi Corley, Tyler Boyd. All right. Oh, and Jahan Dotson. We're hoping for a Dotson resurrection. Corley, I think, is going to have a big year up there in New York. I think that he could be a very, very decent weapon for Rodgers. Boyd, just take over there in Tennessee, my dog. You're probably the one that knows the most at the position outside of DeAndre Hopkins, obviously. So go there and school him. That's really just all I'm hoping for with Tyler Boyd. Andrews, Bowers, and I think this one Tucker Kraft. Yep, Tucker Kraft. Sorry. So yeah, I'm liking the tight ends here. Andrews, hopefully Bowers lives up to the hype. Maybe we see a lot of jumbo sets out there in Vegas. Kraft, was a target for Jordan Love later down the season. Maybe they bounce that a little bit more throughout the season, trying to distribute that. I like this lineup. I like the combinations. I like the different things that we can do with this one. This one, we'll see how I feel about the other two. This one probably one of my favorite ones though. Probably one of my favorite ones. Not a whole lot of correlation going on with it. I mean, we got some Bucks Carolina action, going on there. So I mean, hey, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. It could be worse, And that was, like I said, that was the last one I did pre-schedule release. He says stacks so wet. Yeah. Your boy went ham on that one. All right. Schedules had been released at this point. This is the fourth roster that I did. Burrow, Goff, Rodgers. Pretty much I said, we're just going to stick with pocket passers, and that's exactly what we did. Again, you're going to notice this build so often. 3 QB, 5 RB, 7 receivers, 3 tight end. It's my favorite. It's my favorite construction. I don't know why. I'm comfortable. I feel safe. I like it. But do remember that 4 quarterback was also one of the higher projected ones too. And last year we had some success with that one. So keep that in mind. Jot that down in your memory bank. Running backs, Kyron Williams, James Cook. Let me explain the Kyron Williams one. There's a colleague, fanalist of mine that had some words for Kyron Williams, and I drafted Kyron Williams out of spite. I was like, no, I want you to tear it up this season. I want you to, so Kyron, don't let me down. Kyron actually helped win me a fantasy championship last year in redraft. So I'm actually high on Kyron. I have a lot of faith in you, Kyron. Do your damn thing. Yeah. So Kyron, James Cook, Zamir White, Brian Robinson Jr., Rasheen Ali, Prince of Baltimore, as Hearns would put it. I like this backfield as well. This would be one, that I could see myself utilizing in real life in IRL. Let's see here. Receivers. Let me grab my phone charger really fast. Receivers. Amon-Ra keeps falling to us. Michael Pittman. I need to start pairing Pittman up with Anthony Richardson. I need to stop doing this. I need to start pairing him. New policy. No more naked Pittman. We're not doing it. We're going to start pairing him up with Anthony Richardson. Pittman, Higgins. Look. Amon-Ra with Goff. Joe Burrow with Higgins. I'm loving it. Mike Williams with Rodgers. Kind of, I made sure that I settled those in. Gabe Davis, Wan'Dale Robinson. Correlation between Pittman and Wan'Dale right there, which I would have, honed in a little bit more and focused in a little bit more and got those stacks. Not that Daniel Jones is rosterable in any single fucking format, but still, Corum eats Kyron though. I can see that. I can see that. Zamir White is one of the last traditional bell cow backs that do the do pack size. Yeah, because Madison damn sure ain't doing nothing back there. Tez Walker again. I just keep ending up with Tez. Got him at 199. At pick 199. And then Schultz, Sanat, and again Chig. Again, Chig. You know, I'm liking the way that this one kind of came out. I started thinking a little bit more about correlation. And this one, I feel like the one that we just did, I feel like we went the fuck off on this one. I feel like this was a combination. This is a combination of everything of all the previous 4. And this one truly represents across 5 total drafts, this one being the 5th, how far we really came. Because we lock in Ravens Houston right out the gate. As soon as we locked in, and then we locked in Packers. We locked in Packers Vikings out the gate. And we're even willing, had we not gotten sniped on the Brock Purdy by that one pick, we're even getting ready to start game planning for, okay, let's just have stacks in the Detroit game because we're not going to be able to accomplish getting pieces of Detroit at this rate, but let's at least have something in there. This one I like. Was there a reach on JJ? Yes. Pick 116 is way too fucking high for JJ McCarthy. Did I drive the ADP up? Yes, I did. Was it an accidental pick? For sure, you guys saw it live. It was a panic pick. You know, well, we had him queued up and we were trying to pick someone else in the timer, but yeah. Stroud, McCarthy, Stafford, Derrick Henry, Jacobs, Zach Moss, Brian Robinson, Audric Estime, Justin Jefferson being paired with JJ. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Nico paired with Stroud and Schultz. Oh, no, we didn't get to Schultz. We didn't do the Schultz. We weren't able to get Dalton Schultz. My fault. Rewind. With this one, we weren't able to get the triple stack. I wanted us to get the triple stack. We couldn't get the triple stack. My apologies. I was dead set on doing it. But still, Nico with Stroud probably could have, gotten Stafford with someone. It's fine. We're good. You can't get too excessive. You can't dedicate yourself to any one specific strategy. You have to be fluid. We got sniped a couple of places. It is what the fuck it is. But Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Keon Coleman, Romeo Dobbs, Leggett, Tez Walker, Jalen Hyatt, you guys mentioning in the chat. Hey, yo, if Neighbors can really, go out there and be effective enough and get the one-on-one, I mean, he's gonna create some great openings for Hyatt. So we took Hyatt. Kittle, Musgrave, Sanders. I like this lineup. This one and number 3 are my favorite lineups. So some good. We balled out. We ball. Character evolution. Yeah, no, that was definitely character evolution for damn sure. For damn sure. But I mean, just kind of, it's a good exercise. It's a good exercise to kind of look back and see, where you're kind of see where you came in your drafts. And there's actually one more thing that I do want to see. here really fast. Definitely make sure you guys download the Underdog Fantasy app if you have not. If you have not downloaded Underdog Fantasy, if you have not started drafting, you can't win 1.5 million if you don't get out there and compete for it. All right. So, get out there. And if you don't want to pay, if you don't want to play the Bestball Mania, if you want to play, some of the other smaller contests, you're able to. You're able to. We have other contests. We have other contests that you're able to get involved with. I just want to see something here. I want to see one last thing because it should also have broken down my most volatile. Okay, no, it doesn't. I was gonna see if it has broken down my worst bye weeks or has it by bye weeks. Let's see. Yeah, no, it doesn't have it by bye. So I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I got some pretty fucking intense bye weeks. I think here. Let me see. Let's see. On that last build, our most exposed team is Green Bay with 4+ players on bye during week 14. 3 players on bye weeks 6, 10, and 11. 2 players on bye week 12. And then 1 player on bye week 9. So week 14 is going to could potentially be pretty unforgiving. But that's okay. That's a-okay. That's a-okay. Here, let me see something here. Drysdale Legacy game tonight. Shouts to all the pup bros. Damn. Yep. Roster 4, weeks 12 and 14 with 4+ players. 5 players, or no, 3 players on bye week 5. And then I have 1 player on bye week 6, 10, and 11 for that 4th lineup. Okay. Okay. So week 14 is what it sounds like. That's gonna be pretty detrimental. Damn, yep, 3rd lineup, 4+ players, week 14. I'm hoping that everyone's is gonna be like that for the most part. I'm hopefully not just like all of my lineups that is. Yep, 4+ players on damn. On lineup 2, I think it is 5, 12, 14, 4+ players. Shit. I'm already saying that lineup 1 will be a wash. I don't think that my first lineup should do a whole lot. I mean, that one has like way too many fucking rookies. 4+ players, weeks 11 and 14. Okay, yeah. So yeah, week 14 is going to be monsters. I'm going to have to start looking out for that in future drafts. All right, y'all. I'm outie. Download Underdog Fantasy. Available on iOS and Android. This has been Bestball. This has been a Bestball live draft and prep. DM me if you have any questions at RunBoysRobbie on Twitter, at RunBoys spelled with a Z, N-E-T, everywhere else. Links are down below in the description. Make sure you guys check out all of our sponsors. Greatly appreciate you guys joining me for this impromptu live stream. I was excited to go live for you guys. I need to go live for you guys. It's been a minute. So, I miss you guys. I'll see you guys this Friday. I may do another stream tomorrow. I may go live on Twitch tonight. I don't know. really. So we'll see. So make sure you guys have notifications turned on for all of my social media. We can go bam for bam. We can go M for M. So yeah, make sure you guys have the notifications turned on. Like, comment, subscribe. We greatly appreciate y'all. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. I love y'all. Peace. Arrrr.
Holy shit.